Okay, go ahead.
We're Group 11. I'm Anthony Palmer. This is Mark Carson, Mark Pitts, and Jonathan Kyle. We did an iPhone game controller for our senior design project. Basically, the concept behind it was there's a lot of games out for the iPhone right now and the iPod Touch that use a lot of virtual controls on the screen, like virtual joysticks, virtual buttons. They take up a lot of the screen. They're very clunky. They're not very responsive. So we wanted to design a controller that you could use with it as an external peripheral. And with the iPhone 3.0 software, they allow for external peripherals now and accessories. So we went through the extensive process of applying for the iPod license, made for iPod license, and we were ultimately rejected from Apple because they don't allow student groups to develop external peripherals. So we made it into two separate projects. We have a controller that we developed over here, which Mark can actually tell you about.
Alright, so the controller is, it's just made from raw components. We have a couple of joysticks, basic buttons, wired into an Arduino board, which runs through a USB interface, and we have demos written in this processing language. So this one is just a basic, kind of like an echo of all the different controls. So once you get started,
Yeah, go ahead.
any action you make is just echoed on the screen, just to show that everything works. So pressing all the buttons just moves around, rotates the square. So that's just to show that. And then we also have a couple of basic games written. This one is like a feeding frenzy. The idea is you're a small fish and you have to eat fish that are smaller than you, which will help you grow. If you collide with a bigger fish, you would die. So we included just some basic audio once this gets started. So it just uses a single analog stick to move around.
That's a pretty nice one.
But then as soon as I collide with a bigger fish, I would die with the animation.
That's cool.
How's it going?
Good.
Next game we have is Breakout games. We make it the classic Atari game, and got it ported on the iPhone, ready to be set up for the
Takes a shot of the iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't lost there. Has the controls built in, and it's ready to go for the controller, but we never got the licensing for it. And I'll have it ready.
We have Tiltamaze, which was a game to replace the SDK that we were developing that failed when integration with the controller failed. And the game uses the accelerometers in the iPhone. You move this small character around and try to destroy crates. And you're allotted an axe to destroy the crates to begin with. And then you have to move around the maze and pick up more axes to try to get to the end of the maze. And you have to use the accelerometer to steer the player throughout the maze. And the goal is to reach the signpost at the end.
We wanted to develop these games as essentially demos to demonstrate all of the different functionality for the iPhone. So, as you see, that game was designed to use the accelerometer. The Breakout game that the show is used to show the different touch controls. And we also wanted to have a game that would show that the controller could react as quickly as it needed to be for some really quick reaction games. So
the next one we developed was a reaction-based game. It's a very simple game. Basically, it just times you to see how long it takes you to press the buttons. Since we couldn't interface with the controller, I just put virtual buttons on the screen to represent the buttons on the controller. So it'll tell you a button to press, and you have to press the right one. If you press the wrong one, it won't take it as input. And each time it tells you the length of time to press the button.
I see. I saw you put the iPad here, so have you implemented some apps on the iPad?
We haven't yet because we would have to make it into like a new resolution, and the libraries that we use to develop these games hasn't quite put functionality together for the iPad yet. So that would be like the next step, maybe down the road once they release that functionality.
Okay, yeah, very nice work.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.